The first award we're going to do is business. Biggest winner, biggest loser, and biggest surprise. So, Chamath, would you like to kick it off with your biggest business winner?
I think the biggest business winner of 2024 is the business of speech. And what I mean by that is I think that we have made freedom of speech a very successful business model.
All right, well done. Yeah. Who's your biggest business winner, Sachs?
Well, I wanted to be original, but I really couldn't. I thought it was so obvious this year. It has to be Elon Musk.
Okay, Elon Musk. That's always a safe choice. Freeberg, who do you have?
It's SpaceX, Starlink,
Yes.
Starship. I don't know what else
Chopsticks.
comes close. What's that?
Chopsticks.
Well, I mean,
First Neuralink
SpaceX
implants.
and SpaceX at like a $350 billion valuation, like tripling from that level in a year. It's insane. Never been done before. The boundaries just don't matter. It's incredible.
It is incredible. I went with NVIDIA just to mix it up. Who's your biggest business loser, Sachs?
I said the biggest business loser was the legacy media.
Oh, mainstream media. Okay.
They lost the election and something like half their ratings, and they've been exposed as basically being overpaid podcasters.
Okay.
I mean,
But podcasters aspire to be overpaid legacy media hosts.
Chamath, who is your biggest business loser?
Business loser, Intel, from the company that basically commercialized Moore's Law for the advancement of humanity to just a totally confused shell of its former self.
Who do you got, Freeberg, as your biggest business loser?
Very old business, has had a kind of mantle place position in the United States for decades. That would be Boeing, which seemed to unravel this year with obviously the debacle with the aerospace program, particularly with Starliner stranding some astronauts needing to get rescued. And there's a lot of turnover happening in the organization. It just seems like a mess.
You know, I went with Apple only because I felt the Vision Pro felt flat, the new iPhone 16 not very strong, and I feel like they're adrift. And Warren Buffett sold all his shares in it. I feel like the company could do much better.
That's a
well,
good pick.
their stock's up like 30% this year.
I think it's a little bit in the middle, but I think it's based on potential. I think they should be releasing great new products, and they aren't.
Okay.
Let's go to business surprise. Did you have a business surprise over there, Saxy Poo?
I said Palantir was the biggest business surprise this year. I mean, I thought the company would do well, but its stock went up 5x this year from $16 a share to $76.
Completely counterintuitive. The market cap of Palantir just passed the market cap of Lockheed Martin. The amazing counterintuitive thing about Palantir was how much time they spent with their customers. Everybody shat on that idea, and they were totally right. Totally right.
So were they your biggest surprise as well?
No, my biggest business surprise are GLP-1s. I think the number of markets that it seems to help. This year, it went from weight loss to cardiac fitness to depression to drug addiction, alcohol. I mean, it's basically a wonder drug of wonder drugs.
And also, I think you might be interested, they said it can help with compulsive gambling as well, Chamath.
That is why I am not on a GLP-1.
I don't have a problem. Okay, Freeberg, do you have a surprise?
I was surprised by the return of kind of the long tail of crypto.
Okay.
It's come roaring back, and everything seems to be on fire again. No comment from the crypto czar, I know, but
Crypto comeback is your big surprise.
crypto comeback. The long tail crypto comeback. I feel like Bitcoin was always a different story, but the long tail's got a different.
I looked at it, and I always love great products. I picked Google. Everybody was talking 2 years ago about how Google was falling behind and 10 blue links weren't going to work. The Gemini app is absolutely fantastic. I've been using Gemini app. It's as good or better than ChatGPT.
Do you do J-Trade Google shares?
I J-trade some shares, yes.
Fuck.
I
God damn it.
J-traded some Google
Let's go.
shares. Also, Waymo, also delightful. And, they had a rough year with some of that woke imagery in Gemini, but I think they had a great rebound. So,
Waymo's a really good story.
yeah, I think
Waymo felt like, it's like, what is that business a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? And I don't know, I've been taking Waymos around the city. You don't come to the city.
My sister and my brother-in-law are visiting this weekend.
there they are. Hey, how you doing, guys?
And they took a Waymo yesterday, and I saw the video. And basically what you have is my brother-in-law, who's like totally blown away, my sister, who's like cautiously optimistic, and their two kids who are like pinned to the back in fear because they're like, who is driving this? And my brother-in-law, who's Indian, he's like, don't worry, there are people like us somewhere driving this car.
Okay.